He's been a core contributor all season, approaching 90 tackles for the year. It's the Panthers and the Huskies, and it's all up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. It is Week 16 in the NFL, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the Huskies of Anchorage. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and partner, look at this Anchorage team entering play. They come in on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight. On the other side of the field for the visiting Panthers, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have
They'll try and start this drive in the air, eluding the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
And 3 at the 28-yard line.
Back to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fowler. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That is caught by Fountain. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. They'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete. You look at this Carolina defense. They played extremely well last week in that win over the Packers.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. On the handoff, McLaughlin. In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call him productive?
What do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snoot full, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game.
Here's a 2nd and 5. They'll set up a throw. He's got this one complete to Fountain. Catch number 44 on the year. It's a 1st down. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete. 2nd and 10. A very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. But he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with that have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team was saying, we called him the disruptor. And that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here now are the Panthers for their first drive of the game. And they'll be led out by their 3rd-year quarterback.
But when I reviewed last week's game and saw the 4 touchdown passes that he threw, I thought about you during the Turkey Bowl last year.
Yeah,
you guys
right.
had the same stats, except he got the NFC Offensive Player of the Week award with his.
Well, he got touchdowns. I got picks. I like going back watching the film with you, and we thought it was a good performance in person. Obviously was, but you thought even better on tape. It was really something to watch.
Yeah, what I loved was how he spread it around. A lot of people involved in the passing offense. 4 touchdown passes culminated it.
The numbers for Sanders last week, 17 carries, 68 yards.
And he has 12 touchdowns on the ground this season, so you know he's a big part of their offense. They count on him, not only to score the touchdowns, but now they can play action, fake it to him, throw it out to the wide receivers, get it to other players who can also produce.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Young. And that will be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Here's the Panthers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Second and 14. And quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's our home team with possession. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. They go play action. Young. Got his man. It's Jonathan Mingo. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. He'll get this up to about the 44. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. 2nd down and 8. Young. That'll be caught right side. Chenault with it. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now it's 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On play action, Young. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
That swung out wide to Sanders. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 38-yard line.
Running right, here's Sanders. And some room to run now. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That good for 22 and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll go again with Sanders. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 5 yards up. Young to throw it. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown! Zay Jones, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Carlson's extra point up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Huskies 3.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Here's the Anchorage offense back out now as we eat closer and closer to intermission. Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. The give is to McLaughlin. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. This now a 3rd and 4. They're going to look to throw. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Bryce Young and the offense out for their next series. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receiver.
In trouble, and he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And a play like that, with how far he had to go to make that sack, shows how athletic defensive ends have become in the NFL.
And not just athletic, this is coached in a big way. Run to the football.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And they are going to set up shop at the the 40-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. First down now, but that clock rolling. They'll set up to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
They made a nice effort to stick it with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Third down and 10. They'll look to throw here. It fights him off. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they could at least attempt to kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a one-point game. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. The weather might be cold, but the playoff races are heating up here on this final Sunday before Christmas. So let's get to it. We'll start our tour out in the city of Angels, Los Angeles. And it's the Buccaneers who are out in front. Chris Godwin, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. Let's stay in the AFC West as we check on the Broncos at home in Denver. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. 3 touchdown passes in that one for Justin Herbert. Lastly, let's get you way up to Seattle. See what's happening with the Seahawks. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. DK Metcalf, a touchdown reception. This one's been all you could hope for as an NFL fan. Just a one-point game here at halftime. This has been as much fun as you could hope for with both these teams in it to win it.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Now the Panthers and Miles Sanders headed out for another drive. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play caller.
It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Right back to Sanders on first down. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 44 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Here now, 2nd and 4. Now Young. Escaping the pressure right. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Young off the play fake. He's got Mingo. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll run with Sanders. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Miles Sanders, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Did my eyes deceive me, or was that an I formation play that was just run there for a touchdown?
Little old school eye.
How about that? Was that a fullback, tailback, running it into the end zone?
Well, that's what that fullback's for, right? That's why you use that. Let him pave the way.
Oh, without a doubt. He's an extra blocker, and he did his job well on that play.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's got it complete to Fowler. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. Here's McLaughlin. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Here now, 3rd and a yard.
Brings up 3rd down.
On play action, they'll throw. And he will slide down with the first down for the moment, but a penalty flag on the field. And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. And this pass broken up. But the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. But the passing windows are just not there. And that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 66 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. The Young keeps it moving right. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down. Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
One quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. Now 2nd and 5. It's the Panthers out in front and in control of the football as well as we begin quarter number 4. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads. Bowled over.
And this is going to be intercepted. CD, I know from working with you that you're about as old school as they come. Your thoughts on throwing that ball from the 1-yard line?
I just got done walking my dinosaur, as you well know, and ordinarily I'm screaming, run the football from the 1-yard line. But if you are going to throw it, just take extra care. That didn't happen there, and they turned the ball over.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this 4th quarter deficit. Now, this series could very well determine our outcome. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll look to throw. That's into the hands of McLaughlin. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. The offense on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to make it 4th down. And on now is the punter as he's on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. From the 31, here comes 2nd and a yard. Young now. And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the 1st half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the 1st target in the 2nd half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
And he's got the 1st before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 88 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Another run with Sanders. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. On the draw, here's Sanders. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
At the 47-yard line.
Off the play fake, Young. This is caught inside the 15. And he's got this all the way down to the 5-yard line.
I just love how they're going about trying to finish off this game. This is not an offense that's going to go into its shell. They're going to keep exploiting weaknesses where they see them. And that's a huge pickup there with the game in the balance.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4.
This is where coaches have to spend a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Miles Sanders with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Panthers have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Carlson's extra point up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This taken in right around the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Barnes. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And that is incomplete.
That was what they needed to connect on. They're down, but not quite out. So you have to figure, with under 2 minutes to play, they need to hit on something in very short order.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 38-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's McLaughlin.
I really like the angles that the tacklers came from on that play. They secured inside, took away the cutback. The sideline's there, so you can only go so far outside, and they were able to close in and tackle him for a loss.
Yeah, they used your boy over there, the 12th man, Sammy Sideline, right?
Sammy Sideline. You know something? He tackles pretty well, too.
He's tougher than an airport steak. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. They'll look to throw again. And this is caught down for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, so they got the score. Do you go for 1 here and save the possible 2-point conversion for later?
I think you do, because if you go for 2 here and you don't get it, that's deflation. Yeah. Now you wonder why you're even going for it. Take the easy one now and come back and try and get it later.
And now in a 9-point game, they'll still just need to go for 1 here. As this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. A drive that time of 6 plays. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now a a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. Going for it with Sanders, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Oh, man, that was some call right there. The game in the balance. They run for it on fourth down, and this has been the story all game long. They've been the ones that come up with the big plays when they've needed them. And that last one, that may have won them the football game.
So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And I tell you what, one thing that you and I featured as a storyline was that they were facing the NFL's #1 defense coming in, and they really took it right to them.
Yeah, they didn't blink, did they? And instead of just saying to themselves, let's make sure that we minimize our mistakes and try and play a conservative type game, they attacked right from the beginning. Said, we got to go after these guys. I think sometimes you take the #1 rated defense by surprise when you do that.
So for the Panthers, the win moves them to 8-7 now on the year. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for Anchorage, this loss really hurts their playoff chances as they drop to 7-8 with 2 games left. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle.